On August 15th, something is said about Swaraj. A program called Purna Swarajyam and a celebratory function was conducted, and it was properly planned. No one should be surprised by this if the Congress Dravidians should hang their heads in the same day. Why? In what sense the All India Congress Committee decided in the year 1929 is that Swarajyam is going to be followed? Self-rule was called for complete independence of the whole of India with no white relations at all. How many sacrifices did our people make for that for then till now? To be specific, what kind of hardships did Congress Dravida suffer? Including me, how much struggle and how much wealth we will have as a dwarf of a race in the name of self-government. After doing all that, the status of the country of settlement was finally obtained. When the status of the settler country was questioned by the so-called moderates of the day, they called them reactionary and non-cooperative, leading to major riots in the country. Finally, to get the status of a colonized country and not to the whole of India, but to a third part of the Indian subcontinent called Hindustan, and celebrating it as Swarajyam, can there be any more shameful method than this? Can any Congress political expert say that the Northern Imperial regime, which is going to celebrate as Hindustan Swarajyam tomorrow, is self-rule other than the contract regime made by the Northern Birla and Bajaj factions with the white people acting as an agent of British? If so, the people of the North can celebrate the fact that they have gained more power to exploit the economic wealth of our province through this self-government. But are they going to have to fight with the noble Dravidians anymore? August Swaraj is based on injustice and is not suitable for honest and free life of our people. It is a world-renowned historical proof that our province is the foremost in all wealth and knowledge than any other provinces of this Indian subcontinent. Due to the lack of ethnic unity among us, we have seen a bad name for the people of other provinces, especially the people of the north. I ask if there is anything else that the governors of Hindustan Swarajya provinces are no longer even the powers of ordinary collectors and have to submit to the attack of north. If this is the fate of the governors, then there is no need to talk about the ministers. At least in the advisory government, ministers had some power. In the August self-government, the status given to the provincial ministers may be said to be lower than that of the Panchayat board members. Kill Tetum in this symbol. Shouldn't the Congress Dravidians be angry if the Congress Aryans are celebrating? Why? Our comrades Avinashi, Bhaktavatsala, Shiv Shanmuga are not fit to be the president and prime minister. The northern patriotism is the only original patriotism and the others are fake, is it? For how many days can we live in such brutal independence? So guys, we could not believe that the struggle for the freedom of the Dravidian nation, which completely destroyed the fascist regime in the north, would be easily achieved. The course of the Congress has been that of tyrannical rule. Liberation of the people has been the basis of the self-rule of the disciples graced by Ahimsa Murthy, and persecution of the workers is seen as the fascist fanaticism of today's patels. We have to rule our country. If a dignified life is to be lived in friendship in the common affairs of other nations, we have to contend with the degree of the traitors who oppose it. The tendency of our vindicators to betray race for office and to praise the exploitation of northerners for domination. It's not surprising that the Navakali will appear in future in Hindustan. Especially in our country, northern imperialism is preparing to destroy us so much in the name of Swarajyam. But one thing is certain, let's endure so many protests and injustices and win and maintain our Dravidian heritage. So accordingly, young men, Dravidian workers, farmers, students, scholars, prepare yourself. If Navakali appears in Dravida too, we are not responsible for it. The future will tell that it is the Aryans of this country. I warn you not to betray our Dravidas by acting as a broker for the domination of the northern country, so that blame does not arise from that situation. I warn you not to look for a position that can be written in the future, even in the case of the division of Dravidian nation, that the Aryans who have been unstable till now, written about their race as ruling the country, are a race that betrays the country to others. Let the Aryans realize that the Dravidians will cause complete destruction to the Aryans. Therefore, Gandhi, not his disciples, or Antaratma, whoever opposes, we will reach the Dravidian country. There are many hurdles to overcome. Don't get bored. Living without dignity is not living at all. History is a proof that Dravidians are honorable. Accordingly, it is certain that he will no longer be a slave to any nation and for any reason. Thank you.